This program is sponsored in part by the South Bend Education Foundation.
Coming up on today's show, are you registered to vote for the upcoming presidential election? We'll tell you how some students can do so.
We take you to a builder's paradise for Lego enthusiasts.
And we'll learn more about the newest girls' sport for South Bend schools.
All this and more on Buzz in the Bed.
Hello, and welcome to the 7th season of Buzz in the Bend, Michigan's award-winning student news magazine. I'm Alex DeLove from Riley High School.
And I'm Lakai Brown from John Adams High School.
Can you believe that we're already in season 7 of Buzz in the Bend? Where did the time go?
I know, right? You remember when the kids in 2020 had to film from home during COVID?
That was definitely a challenge. Remember when we had Jay Leno as a guest star on our TV show? That was really dope.
And when former Mayor Pete Buttigieg ran for president, we got to cover it right alongside the big networks.
Absolutely. And we love highlighting our teachers and students who are always doing amazing things.
Season 7, it's been quite a journey, and we're just getting started.
That's right. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Despite pulling ahead in the Arizona poll, former President Donald Trump says he doesn't see himself running in the 2028 election if he loses this one.
That's right. Trump will be 82 on Election Day in 2028.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris has accepted CNN's debate invitation for October 23rd. She has challenged Trump to another showdown. However, he has so far declined, saying that early voting will be underway, making it too late for another debate.
According to 270 to Win, a national average of the 10 leading polls, Harris is up 3.4% over Trump. CNN political data reporter Harry Eaton says that makes this the closest presidential election since Kennedy narrowly won over Nixon in the 60s.
More than 5,500 locations across the country celebrated National Voter Registration Day. There were several events hosted around the South Bend area, including one over at IUSB. The event serves a number of purposes, from assisting new voters with first-time registration to helping veteran voters make sure their registrations are correct. David Soleil, a former SBS-TV alumni, headed the IUSB event and explained why he feels it's important for everyone to vote.
Another reason why it's important to vote, not only in the presidential election, in your local elections. If you aren't seeing the things that you want to see around your community, around your area, it's because the leaders that you have elected have failed you, and they have not done the things that you wanted to do. So when it comes to re-election, if no one votes against them, they're going to stay in office and they're going to stay in power, and it's up to us to see that change, and for us to see that change, we have to vote.
Anyone who turns 18 by November 5th may register to vote now. October 7th is the deadline to register to vote in Indiana. The St. Joe Clerk's Office is visiting South Bend schools during lunch to register students, or you can register online by visiting indianavoters.in.gov.
Interested in making a little extra cash, but don't have time for a full-time job? Check out the Hoosier Hall Pass. This program enables 16 and 17-year-olds to take part in the election process by working the polls on Election Day. Students will attend a short training session to learn what to do on Election Day, then help set up the polling places, help voters and explain how to cast ballots, and help restore polling places to their original order after voting is over.
It's great. We have great people working in elections and voter registration, great people in the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, all working together to make voting a great thing for everybody.
To apply, students must be a U.S. citizen and a resident of St. Joe County, have written approval of their principal, parent approval, have at least the 3.0 grade average, and complete their training. For more information, call the St. Joe County's clerk at 574-235-9635.
After the closure of Clay High School, the Arts Magnet program found a new home at Riley High School. I met with some of the art staff and students to hear how the transition is shaping up and what exciting changes are on the horizon.
I absolutely love it. So I was here when we first started this theater program, and we had like 8 kids. We used like 6 blocks on a stage, and during our pep rally, when we go out to do our little break a leg thing, there's just so many people involved now, and it makes me so happy. We didn't have dance classes here before, but now since they've moved the magnet, I can take dance classes, and it's really nice.
I think it's had a positive effect. I feel really good about the merge. I have more students, more classes, the most intro classes that I've ever taught, and it seems like most of them are going well.
It's nice. The past few years, our numbers at Clay had gone way down. So it's nice being in a building where our numbers are back up. We already have a strong program, but I look forward to making it even stronger as we move forward.
Having the Visual and Performing Arts magnet at Riley really gives kids more opportunity to be involved in the arts. I think creativity and just expression of yourself, it really helps you grow as a person.
I am so excited about the 1X. First of all, I want to shout out to our 2 student directors who are doing an amazing job. They've assembled a wonderful casts. Both of the casts are doing great. They're pretty much all memorized, and now we're just fine-tuning everything, and I'm really looking forward to the final product.
The dates for the upcoming 1Acts are October 5th at 7 p.m. and October 6th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $8 for the public and $5 to the student discount. You just have to show your ID.
The John Adams International Student Organization, otherwise known as ISO, held their first event of the year on Thursday, September 12th. It was a welcome event for new members or students thinking of joining ISO. Students from Adams gathered in the courtyard for pizza, ice cream, desserts, and games such as Find a Friend Bingo and Pie Face. John Adams ISO is a club that brings people together from different cultures to collectively share and make friends, and anyone is welcome. ISO is known for their most successful events, such as Culture Day, which takes place every year, and their newest event added last year, World Cup Day, which you can count on this November.
Coming up after the break, find out how area dads are being celebrated.
Education is the cornerstone of success. It empowers students to achieve their dreams and build better lives. That's why South Bend Education Foundation is committed to promoting and funding initiatives that enrich learning experiences for students and staff in South Bend schools. Visit www.edfo.org for more information.
Welcome back to Buzz in the Bend. South Bend's second annual Fusion Fest was recently held at Howard Park. The 2-day event celebrates our city's rich diversity and aims to bring the community together. This year, the festival covered most of Howard Park and was divided into sections by continental regions, including North America, South America, Africa, and Europe/Asia. There were more than 100 food booths, plenty of music and dance, a fashion show, and various other demonstrations. In addition, there were also crafts, a bounce house, workshops, and trackless train rides. The event was free and open to the public.
From towering castles to intricate machines, Grand Rapids, Michigan became a builder's paradise for LEGO enthusiasts. Braden Mattern tells us how the event stacked up.
Everything clicked into place when Brickworld welcomed hundreds of LEGO fans in downtown Grand Rapids. The 3-day event featured over 50,000 square feet of displays and interactive experiences. Amazing original creations filled the venue, showcasing everything from spaceships and artwork to bustling LEGO cities and clever movie-inspired scenes. These displays were more than just impressive to look at. They served as an inspiration for builders of all skill levels and ages.
I love LEGO because it's just something fun. Gets my hands where I can.
Over the last 30 years or so, there has been a huge increase in adult fans of LEGO, or AFOLs for short. LEGO, in turn, has responded to this increased demographic by creating specialty sets marketed to an older audience. Tim and Tim, who were on Season 4 of the popular LEGO Masters TV show, were on hand to showcase some of their creations. Kevin Nance, of the Western Michigan LEGO Users Group, got back into building only a few years ago after his brick collection had laid dormant since childhood.
When I was growing up, there was kind of that stigma of like, oh, you're playing with Lego, you're not cool. And I think with like the help of the Lego show, just seeing how much you can do with it, I think has really helped.
Visitors had the chance to browse vendor booths, picking up unique Lego sets, custom pieces, and memorabilia to take home. Lego has always been what some might say a premium toy. In fact, last year the company made nearly $2 billion in revenue. But the price tag on many retired sets can be quite incredible as well. Even the tiny minifigures included in the sets can range from a few dollars to the hundreds, especially for rare licensed characters from popular IPs. So whether you're a kid or an adult, a casual builder or a full-time brick fanatic, LEGO offers endless creative possibilities. For Buzz in the Bend, I'm Braden Mattern.
Up next, Cooper Harridan takes us on a wild ride into the afterlife with his review of Beetlejuice, the long-awaited sequel to Tim Burton's classic. Can lightning strike twice for the ghost with the most, or is the return to the bizarre better left buried?
Hello and welcome. Today I will be talking about the new movie Beetlejuice, which is directed by Tim Burton. Firstly, something that will be very missed is the actor who played the dad, Jeffrey Jones. He wasn't allowed to feature in the movie due to some past criminal activity, so they had to kill off his character. However, his character does appear in the film in a very creative way. The beginning of the film felt a bit slow, and they tried to show us tons of characters right at the start. It was hard to absorb all the information so quickly. They also had extremely predictable characters and scenes. When watching this movie, I could tell what most of the characters were going to do and how the story would end up in the end. Burton and Keaton prioritized practical effects rather than just CGI on Beetlejuice, which was refreshing and a callback to the look of the original film. Handheld cameras were actually used for some of the shots, and the video quality was still outstanding. I bet no one could even tell the difference. The pace of the movie changes a lot to even feel like they mushed multiple movies together all at once. And even though it was a longer movie, the actual Beetlejuice screen time was actually less than the original. They added more hidden details in the set and tried to rebuild multiple of the same areas from the original film, according to an interview with Winona Ryder. The original film never really had a story track and felt like a real thing that could happen to someone at any point in their life. The inappropriate jokes and goofy scenes are still somewhat present, but are definitely toned down. The budget of this movie was $100 million. The box office recorded almost $340 million as of September 23rd, 2024. I would rate this movie 3 Bobs out of 5 Beetlejuices. When you do go ahead and watch this movie, be ready for some dumb but very funny jokes. They might even make a sequel. Beetlejuice beat. Oh. Well, anyway, my name's Cooper Harridan. Talk to you some other time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cooper. South Bend Schools is celebrating Year of the Dads at their annual Parent and Family Expo. It's a day dedicated to all the grill masters, dad joke pros, and fathers who play such a vital role in our community. I got to sit down with the organizer, Taylor Williams, to learn more about this amazing event.
All right, thank you, Alex. I'm excited to be here, first of all, and thank you guys for hosting us. We're really excited about this year's Parent and Family Expo. I believe this is our 3rd year with the Parent and Family Expo, and as you said, this year the theme is Year of the Dads. We'll be hosting it at the St. Joe County Library downtown on October 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and we hope to see all of our dads, all of our families in attendance.
What inspired the theme of Year in the Dads for this year's expo, and how do you see fathers playing a key role in the success of students?
So we really wanted to be intentional this year about marketing our program to dads, right? We want fathers to know that they are welcome in the schools, that they have a right to be in the schools, and that we want them to be a part of the schools. So we were really intentional coming up with this year's theme, and we wanted to make sure that they knew the door was wide open for them.
What impact do you hope this event will have in the South Bend community, particularly in fostering family involvement in education?
So there are going to be a ton of things there. So we will have children's activities. What's really cool is that we're going to have volunteers in place to watch all the children while their parents are downstairs networking with the vendors, attending keynote speaker sessions, and then interacting with school staff as well. So there's going to be a ton of things for families, there's going to be a ton of things for children, and we're really excited about it.
That's amazing. What impact do you hope this event will have on South Bend families?
Our hope is that there are a few different impacts. So we really want to rebuild the connection between our schools and our families, right? We want to make sure that our families know, again, that they are welcome in the buildings, they have a right to be in the buildings, and that we want them to be a part of the buildings. So we want to highlight our current parent organizations that are doing great work around the district, and we also want to build up those schools who maybe do not have a parent organization right now.
Right, I feel that. That's awesome. What kind of activities and resources will be available for families at the Expo, and how do they support student success?
So each year there's been a new success. I think our biggest success, again, is really just building a stronger connection, but also revitalizing those schools who maybe haven't had a parent organization for some years, but the parents are willing to create that, and they just needed an avenue to gain access to that information, right? And so by hosting this Parent Expo, we're able to give them, you know, that contact point, right? Or we're able to open that door for them, and they're able to say, hey, you know, we're here, we want to help, and create that opportunity.
That's amazing. And before we go, is there anything else you want to add on to the end of this segment?
I just want to make sure definitely to thank all of our sponsors. We have MD Wise, we have the Kroc Center, we have obviously St. Joe County Library, our bilingual department, and then a big shout out to the Student Services Department as well.
Awesome, that's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, and I hope everything goes, you know, really well.
All right, thank you, Alex, appreciate you.
No problem. To watch a Spanish version of the interview hosted by Armando Espinoza Murillo, visit our YouTube channel at the link below.
Stay tuned after the break for a look at the latest in South Bend school sports.
Hey Cameron, how are you feeling today?
I know dealing with stressful situations can be hard for you, but I believe you might have anxiety because of it.
I know dealing with symptoms such as an inability to remain still, rapid heartbeat, and hopelessness are indicators of some anxiety disorders. Here's a pamphlet for an anxiety support group. Make sure to treat yourself better. I hope to see you back next week.
Welcome back to Buzz in the Bend.
With a look at all things South Bend school sports, here's Isaiah Packer.
Last week was a big week for South Bend football. Washington hosted Riley, with Riley pulling out a nail-biter 27-20. John Adams was on the road against South Bend St. Joseph, losing 24-12. Riley moves to 2-2, Washington to 0-5, and Adams also to 0-5. Some upcoming games this Friday are Riley traveling to New Prairie to take on the Cougars at 7:30. Washington traveling to Mishawaka-Marion to play the Knights at 7 o'clock, and Adams traveling to Penn to play the Kingsmen, also at 7. Congratulations to Adams soccer player Eric Garcilaso. The junior was nominated for the South Bend Tribune's Athlete of the Week. The Eagles goalkeeper shut out 3 opponents last week as they beat St. Joe 1-0 on Monday, Culver 2-0 on Thursday, and LaPorte a whopping 8-0 on Saturday. Upcoming games for South Bend Schools soccer includes Adams hosting Northridge at 6:45 on Wednesday and Washington hosting Mishawaka-Marion at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Notre Dame recently announced the launch of Rally to help protect Irish sports teams' names, images, and likeness space, also known as NIL. The lifestyle agency will help student athletes shape their images and build stronger marketing brands, as well as focus on business operations and unique experiences. The initiative is led by 1983 Notre Dame graduate and former Irish linebacker Jack Shields. In a press release, Shields said, "As we enter a new era of college sports, I'm pleased to support our student athletes and allow them to benefit in ways that were never thought possible. Notre Dame is one of the most iconic brands in American sports, and every one of our student athletes is proud to wear the blue and gold every game day." Finally, there's a fast-growing girls' sport at South Bend Schools. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Aaron Spann. I've had the pleasure of playing on Riley's flag football team. We're currently undefeated. Take a look.
So this is our second year. We have a roster of 13 girls. I believe last year we only had 8 girls, and we only need 7 on the field at a time.
The coach, they really originated it and then brought it out, and that's what brought our attention.
I know that they said they started with 8 teams last year, us being included, and I believe they're at 27 teams now. The season is 3 weeks. The Indianapolis coach try to keep us involved in as much as they can as far as like different events that goes on down in Indianapolis for the girls flag football program. But they try to give us at least 1 or 2 games 3 Saturdays in a row, starting in the month of September.
Hey, y'all ready? Let's go. Lee, let's go.
It's a new sport and a very good sport. It's just good sportsmanship. It's just a sport to bring out more girl attention.
Flag and tackle is a huge difference, especially for our girls. I wouldn't want any of our girls being in tackle football. Don't want one of them to get hurt. It builds good character. I believe our girls are learning a lot. Team building, communication skills, teamwork. We won our last 4 games since we stepped on the field competing in this sport. So we're looking to remain undefeated. It's good that the girls are getting the same opportunity as the boys. I mean, it's been a long time coming for our girl athletes. So I think this is a great opportunity for them to, express their talents.
Keep your grades right, stay focused, get along, have fun, and enjoy. The Colts have had success with the flag football program this year, and they're looking to add middle school. I'm Aaron Spann for Buzz in the Bin.
That's it for this week's edition of Sports Zone. I'm Isaiah Packer. Now back to you guys.
Before we go, we couldn't resist giving a shout out to one of our newest members of the Notre Dame football team.
Number 90, Eric Goins, premiered as a Fighting Irish kicker for the recent Purdue game. At 30, he's a bit older than the average Notre Dame football player.
The graduate student served 7 years on active duty in the U.S. Army, climbing the ranks from airborne infantry officer to captain as a Signal Corps officer.
He did play football back at his high school in Virginia, where he was a second-team All-Southern Conference selection among many honors.
At the Purdue game, he posted 4 kickoffs for 258 yards, 3 of which resulted in touchbacks.
You can see him next this Saturday when Notre Dame takes on Louisville.
Thanks for joining us on Buzz in the Ben. For more on us, visit SBS-TVradio.org. I'm Alex Love.
And I'm Lakaya Brown. Have a great weekend.